Wow. Oh, shoot. I forgot to turn stuff on. I'm also finishing up Nikkei. But hello everyone, it's another day, another stream with me, Munii, and just Munii. Bard has decided that he no longer wants to play games with me or something. I don't know, guys. Doesn't want to be my friend anymore. Don't know. So alone. But let me just set this all up right here. As usual, I'm like listening to music on the side or listening to stuff on the side. You and Bart getting divorced? Well, we can't get divorced if we never got married. Wait one sec. I have a child on my lap, so I need to get myself comfortable with the child on my lap. Hoot evening. Hello Inachi, welcome. This is what I get for like doing too many things at once. My boss, well, for people who don't know, I'm currently editing for let me just put on my VTube studio properly. I'm currently editing for Rin Taicho, because she so graciously allowed me to have my what was it called? My practicum with her. So I'm editing a lot of her Infinity Nikki videos. And so from editing all those videos, I've started being all like, man, I kind of want to play Infinity Nikki, even though like I wasn't like super, it didn't like, I'm not like super into the game technically, or I'm not invested into these kind of stories personally. I'm kind of the type of person who's just like, I just like doing stuff and not worrying too much about like the story, if that makes sense. I'm like the worst player to have play this type of game, because you're not gonna get the story out of me, because I'm not gonna know what's happening. I'm just like, does it give me points? Did you give me money? And can I dress up my character? That's all that really matters to me. And that's kind of just how I like to playing these kind of games. Which makes some people wonder if I've been keeping up with Woowa as of late. No. I haven't gone back to Woowa in a while, admittedly. I kind of feel like I should go back to Woowa, especially because there's like, I think like I've definitely missed like quite a few characters. Like I haven't really explored like the latest map all that much. But again, when you work for somebody, when you work for someone who's like an avid Nikkei player or Nikki player, I keep saying Nikkei because of Goddess of Victory Nikkei. You just kind of like, oh man, I really want to play like, I really want to play the game that my boss is playing because it looks like so much fun, and she really enjoys herself playing this game, so that's why I was like, oh, okay, time to play the game that like she enjoys. But again, I feel really bad for people who like, the story is amazing, or oh, can you believe like all this is happening in Nikki? And I'm just going like, I don't know what's going on in Nikki. Can I dress up pretty? Can I make can I make Momo look stupid? Let's go for it. The problem though is because I haven't really played that much and invested that much time into it, I don't have like that many outfits to play around with, actually. Dog, you need to sit down. Sit. I also should up the volume for you guys. One sec. Where's the sound for you guys? Yeah. How's that? But yeah. I think that's a good volume for everybody, right? Yeah? No? Sit down, coffee. You're on my chum chum. Oh, I don't think I ever like got that code. I should see if I can still get that code. Aye. Coffee. What? Oh, there's consumables. Whoops. Oh, I can pick. Small HP. Who would ever use these ones? What's the difference between these ones? Oh, I guess I can only pick one of these. Okay. What was I trying to do? God, I'm already kind of like, what? Does it sound so quite slow? Okay, I'm just gonna raise it up on the side over here. Okay, that should be okay, I think. Okay, the volume seems pretty okay. Like, not too much, right? And you guys are probably wondering, how did we pet the chicken? I don't like how they modeled the chicken. The chicken eyes is like too bulgy, in my opinion. I guess it has like that cute but ugly look to it for some people, but I just don't personally like it. Also, like, sometimes like the loading takes a while, as you can tell. But I did pull for a couple outfits, mostly because like I wanted to get more stuff. I wanted to play around with more outfits. But yeah, these are the kind of games that I kind of go a little bit brain dead on. If that's the right word for it? I don't know. Like I kind of like zone out and play, which is why I try to avoid playing this game. But you're probably wondering why I'm playing it and why Bard isn't here. Well, Bard, if you guys don't remember, Bard has to go to work early for the past couple of for the next couple of days. Which means that, unfortunately for today and for tomorrow, he's kind of busy. So, to respect kind of like his time, I'm going to be streaming solo today at least. I might stream tomorrow to make up for Bard's stream. I know I don't have to necessarily, but I know that you guys, don't expect us to like always like maintain like a specific stream schedule, but I like to try to at least, right? Ah, fuck. Nice, yeah. Oh shit! Oh man, I had to climb up again. But yeah. Bart is going to bed right now because he has to get up at 6 AM and as a semi not really employed person, I can stream right now, and then after this I go back to doing more editing because I haven't quite finished the clip that I was working on before stream. But I did want to try to at least, like, you know, go and stream on schedule. I hope you guys appreciate it. Maybe not. It's okay. It's all good. There was something I saw over there. I always mistake it as, like, the whimsical, like, the whims star. What's it called? Whimstar butterfly, mostly because like it looks the same to me and it never is. Let's see, so I'm supposed to go there, or which one? This one's closer, so we'll go that one first. But yeah, like there's so many times where I just like zoned out, and like even though I say that I don't particularly, it's not that I don't like playing this game, it's just that I'm like it's kind of like an understatement of how much I zone out when playing this game sometimes, because I will play this game and then next thing I know, it's like 2 AM in the morning. That has happened to me, where I've like played this game because I'm not marathoning. I guess like I'm just like zoning out so much to the point where I'm not really thinking about what time it is, and then like it'll be 2 AM, 3 AM in the morning because I'm so zoned out and like just having fun. F-U-N-E fun. Did I just spell it wrong? F-U-N. I just put E at the end. Foon. Foon. Fune? I don't know. Let's see. Is there another item I'm supposed to get? That's not what I need. That. It's kind of funny, how I'm like, oh, I shouldn't stream this, but then I'm like, I don't know, again, all these games, I kind of just do stuff. I don't really actually, like, I don't really get that invested in the story. And so, like, it's kind of interesting to see, like, what kind of a player I am, I guess, in that sense. I did heavily debate if I wanted to, actually play something, like, completely different, because... or play something where, like, I haven't really had a chance to play in terms of my list of, like, RPGs. I really thought about it heavily, quite honestly. But I didn't end up going for it, mostly because, I thought about, like, starting a whole new story, but then I have to wait for, like, I guess, like, downloading a completely, like, downloading a game from my Steam library, and I couldn't really think of which one to pick. I mean, there were a couple contenders, but I thought it would just be fun for now just to play, this one, mostly because it is already installed. I can just get right into it. I don't have to worry too much about, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have to worry too much about anything. I know that, like, I can just jump right in, without any big major concerns. Let's start the game. I don't know what I need to do, but we'll get to it. Oh, it's just the flower game. Okay. Shoot. Yeah, Coffee's also on my lap because he's a naughty dog who's been really annoying. Oh shoot. Oh god. I can't see the shadows. Oh my god. I guess I have to pick my battles a little bit with these ones. Oh shit! Huh. Oh no! Oh shoot! Oh, I don't think I got that one. I try to always aim for the gold one, or the perfect score. Oh yeah, I didn't get perfect. Yeah, I need to challenge that again. I think I just need to, like, stick to a side. Like, I can't, like, derail to somewhere else, because if I do, then I'm not going to get it. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Like, I'm only gonna do it for a certain... Oh god. Oh. Oh, I'm getting really lucky now. Please. Yeah, this is ridiculously lucky. Did they just make it, like, really easy if you don't get it the first time? Yeah, I think they just make it really easy, or I just, like, lucked out. Like, RNG just really was nice to me right now. Yeah, I think RNG was just really nice to me. Because that was ridiculous how nice it was to me. Maybe it was also because of the shadows, like, it was easier playing at a certain time of day versus, like, versus at the time I chose to play it. Ugh. Did I go? I don't. This is the way I'm supposed to go, right? Yeah. Is there something I can tap here so I don't... But yeah, it's hard to pick like a new game to play, especially because like a lot of the games I play recently are with Bard. Not saying that like, you know, Bard would get mad at me for playing a game without him by any means. Like, Bard's pretty much like oh, Munii, if you want to just play a game without me, it's fine. Like, I'll just watch it on my own time. And I always feel kind of bad though, because I'm like, we started this game together. We gotta finish it together. So I'm like, oh, no, I must play a game with the Cappy of the Barrage. This looks like a gambling, like a horse racing area. Let's start the game. Let's see. I've been really like... Oh my goodness. I love the sheep game. I hate the sheep game. Oh god, this game is like the worst nightmare for me, honestly. I get so stressed because this game is so... I don't like it. I find it really hard. Please, please, turn! I don't know. I don't know if I got it. Yes, okay. I hate the sheep one. I honestly really do. It's because, like, I don't know how to control the sheep that well. Okay, let's see. Oh shit! Safe. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Oh god. Oh, what's this? Oh no! I missed one! I'm gonna have to restart this. I have to restart this. Hello, Lord Greyhound, how are you? My heart. My heart. Oh. Don't you ever hate it when, like, you're trying to collect something and you're like, and you're just so close, but you're just like, you don't quite get it. Oh, that's how I feel sometimes when I play these games. Okay. I think I got it. 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 Oh, God. Oh, God. Please. Oh, God. No! Oh! Ah! About to sleep a wandering YouTube. Yes, yes, the pain. The pain, Pecos. Oh my goodness. Like, this is supposed to be a cozy game, guys. But I hope you're having a good evening, and I'm glad you could drop by before heading off to Betty Buys. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure what gives me more stress, like the cozy games where they're just like, yeah, like it's a fun time. Unless shit. Oh. Ugh. Pain. No problemo. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know. I'm the type of person when they play these games, like, I try to be very meticulous, I guess is the word, when collecting everything. Like, I try not to miss things as much as possible, mostly because it's annoying to try to get them in the end. But, did I? Ooh, I kinda missed it. Okay. It's fine. 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 This is what I get for using auto-target. I'll be sure to stop by again. Best luck with your endeavor. Thank you, thank you. Yes, and I hope to see you again too, Lord Greyhound. Let's see. Perhaps over there. Yes, item. I'm trying to think what else I need to do. Yeah, it's 100% for mentality with a fun game, yes. Yeah, especially with, like, collectathon kind of games. Like, this is what, like, with Wuwa and you know, when I used to play a little bit of Genshin back in the day, I didn't really play it for that long, honestly. I didn't really find, like, I think for Genshin, the reason why I didn't, like, stick to Genshin is because, like, I had to sit through a lot of cutscenes, and I just didn't want to. And it's kind of the same I have experience with Nikki. I kind of just want to get to playing the game because it's such an open world, right? Where the open world aspect of it is the fun part, and sitting down and just, like, reading lore is not my preference. I know that other people do enjoy reading the lore and, like, getting really invested in the story, but for me, I'm just kind of like, pretty outfits, collect everything, goodbye. Never played, but does Warframe count? I guess Warframe does kind of do that too, right? Warframe's pretty open world, I think, right? And, like, it's kind of a collectathon. I also did it with Destiny, and people were very upset with me about that. I think, like, when I told my friend that, like, yeah, I played Destiny 2 for a little bit, I skipped all the cutscenes. One of my friends was very upset with me. And then when I had a couple people ask me if I would ever play Final Fantasy 14, and I was just, like, playing out, like, look, if I play Final Fantasy 14, we're gonna have more people upset with me, because if you thought that I was too lazy to get invested in Destiny lore, then I'm gonna have to be like break a couple more hearts. I'm probably just not gonna be all that invested in Final Fantasy 14 lore either. That's fine. Cutsies are half the lore. I know, cutsies are half the lore. I think, like, I've played video games for so long that I've gone to the point where I just want to play the game. I just want to play the game! So if anything takes, like, too long, and it's not, like, if it's an open world game specifically, I think, like, I just don't have the patience for it, because I'm like, I just want to run around and do stuff. But for, like, certain games, like, we'll just say, like, a lot of other, like, JRPGs, right, where I'm paying to listen to the lore, then I guess I have to go through the cutscene. I don't know, I've become quite the interesting kind of person, because I used to also be that person who's just like, you can't skip the story! What's the entire point? Like, why would you skip the story? Yeah, and then you look at me now where I'm so disillusioned, and I'm like, it's fine, it's fine. Mara did that to me when we duo. Yeah, like, I don't know what happened, cause like when I would play, or when I would watch rather my siblings play like games, like when we would play games like what was it, like Kingdom Hearts and like stuff like that. Like, as, like, kind of an example of, like, I would be, like, way more invested in, like, kind of, like, listening to the story and stuff like that. Maybe it's because, like, with Kingdom Hearts, it's you have to follow the story, or, you know, you're never going to understand it. But, I don't know, lately, I think it's specifically with open world, I'm just not that invested. Why would it work? The new dress-up gang. Is it really that new? Candy? Hi, Candy. How are you? Though, Candy, I don't know. Have you played this game? It's a bucket of fish. That's more of an ocean. Let's see. Let me... Come on. I don't know. Is it interesting to find out that I don't really like listening to lore nowadays? Are you live on Twitch too? Yeah, but I'm live on Twitch and Tubs, because I'm that person who's like, oh, I really did not invest in, I haven't really invested in YouTube, so I'm primarily a Twitch streamer, and I've decided to switch over to YouTube to try dual streaming on there, since we're allowed now, right? And see how that is, and try to, like, see how that audience kind of works out. I've been having fun. There's a lot of things I've been, like, trying to, like, figure out with YouTube, because I don't really have that much of a knowledge. Hey, that's fun. I found you on YouTube. Welcome over to the Twitch side of things, our Greyhound. Oh no, I've been playing the Vineyard, not streaming. Oh, Veil. No worries about not streaming. I know I've been, like, trying to catch your streams as much as possible, Candy. I've been lurking, well, for the most part, because when I do stay up late, I don't really, and when I'm staying up late and I can't really talk, I'm just, like, either lurking yours or Cell's stream. I'm there in spirit half the time. Here is where the funny emotes are, yeah. One day I'll have funny emotes on the YouTubes, maybe one day. I don't know if I'll ever have funny emotes on YouTube. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever get to partner. Was it partner or affiliate? I don't know what level you have to get to on what was it? On YouTube? Like, do you have to reach a certain level on that? I don't know. But, you know, on the other hand, it also makes it easier for, like, archiving for, like, for videos. I don't really have to, like, re-upload stuff onto YouTube. Well, hey, patience makes gold, right? It's okay, yeah. Yeah, there's so many things I want to do with streaming, but yeah, part of me, I'm hoping once after practicum, that I'll be able to focus a little bit more on content creation for a little bit. Granted, like, I've been really appreciative that Rin has taken me under her wing to kind of like be her editor for a while. Because like, it has been really good experience. Like, I think like, if you don't know who I'm editing for currently, I'm editing currently for a streamer named Rin Taicho. I both say Tencho. Taicho. Who is a Infinity Nikki affiliated streamer actually, and also best known for other series like Genshin Impact and Love Live. Right, Love Live. I had to remember which one it was specifically. I approached her partially because like I've known her for a very long time, if I could just like edit for her. She said yes. So I'm her editor. Yeah, fun. I've been learning quite a bit and getting feedback on my editing style as well, so it's been really helpful. Because like, you know, I have a certain way I like to edit, and I know that like, you know, especially if I want to do editing more of as a freelancer or work on even on my own projects, that getting like feedback on, especially on a platform such as YouTube, it's really helpful just to have her expertise. Yeah, so like for anybody that's kind of curious and has watched her content, that's all where her edits are coming from. For the past week at least. I've only worked with her for about a week now, I think. And I'm almost finished another one of the edits I'm currently working on. I'm just taking not really taking a break so much more as fulfilling my streamer duties before going back to edit some more. I'm very close to finishing. I just need to add. It's mostly like the sound editing. Sound editing does take a while sometimes for me. I just want to learn how to help my pal who streams, but he does his own. Yeah. I know how to edit. Cause like I've had some experience editing my own content in the past, right? But I decided that, hey, because I really like doing content creation, why don't I go, not necessarily school for content creation, but like, go to school to kind of learn how to be like, kind of like a better, creator or producer, we'll just say. And then, that required, me at the end of the program to, basically intern with somebody, not necessarily a content creator. I just happened to ask Rin if she would be, if she happened to know anybody who needed an editor for like a month, and she was like, yes, me. And I was like, oh, I see then. Yeah, this seal's really cute. Yeah, I actually originally wasn't planning on asking Rin, because at that point, I've actually asked Rin to help me with like 2 other projects for my final project. One of them was my final project, and the other one was less of my final project. I actually interviewed Rin a couple times about her content creation and kind of like things to know about content creation or getting into it, and it was really fascinating. Well, I do say I love ya and do what makes us smile. Yeah, do what you love. Yeah. I've been very fortunate that my significant other has been very supportive of my journey, we'll just say. Less my son, my furry son here, who doesn't want to be in my lap and he just wants to scream at me to give him more nummy nums. But it's been fun, and I ever think that you know, this is one of the things that like I think a lot of people do, like ask like, would they ever become like a full-time content creator? And I think for me personally, I think I kind of have a hard time picturing myself as a full-time content creator, not because I don't think it won't be interesting so much more as I don't think I have necessarily sometimes I don't know if I have what it takes, you know? Because there's so many people out there who are like so interesting. And I'm like, who would want to watch me? Then again, I did tell my friend. I have a friend who actually asked me about if people would watch her just put makeup on. Like, kind of like a get ready with me kind of like streamer. And I'm kind of like, yeah, people would watch anything. Like, I think I should have probably prefaced this with her, because I did this with another friend. Don't go into streaming if you're aiming to make money off of it. Like, never do that, because you're just gonna, and you're gonna go into it full of disappointment, in my opinion. Because, like, it's not to say that, like, you can't earn money from streaming, but as a beginner streamer, you have to be more or less content knowing that you're probably not going to earn an income. I've done it as a hobby, but I never wanted to make it a full-time thing. Yeah, people who are able to make it a full-time thing, it's like a different kind of drive, you know what I mean? There's like it's a different word I'm looking for is like, it's a different level of difficulty to enter in, because well, first of all, you have to be good at talking. You have to, like, and sometimes it's not the easiest, right? Because, like, if you have no one to talk to, then you just sit there going like, oh man, what do I even talk about? Lord knows I'm an idiot. It's fun to just like talk about random stuff, right? For me personally, I've been very lucky that that when I first started streaming, that I had a lot of support from a lot of my friends, so it made it, when I first started streaming, a lot easier as a result, because I didn't have to, what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't have to worry too much about the whole, oh my goodness, it's a raid! Have you ever thought about, wait, let me do the raid more properly. I'm sorry. Hello, Mochi! Mochi Choa. I hope I'm saying it right. The Choa. It might not be that. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. Invaders. Why'd I get a shout out? Why not? Let's see. I think Candy accidentally shouted at the wrong person. Fair enough. I can go that. Let's do that right now. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, don't worry, Candy. I got it. It happens. But what were you streaming? Were you streaming Infinity Nikki? It's probably a slip. Don't worry about it. We are just talking about streaming. I feel like whenever I talk too much about streaming sometimes. Can I do this much? Oh, I can. We'll do that one, and we'll do, I don't know which one to do. We'll do this one. Maybe? I don't know. We'll just do that one. Nikki too. I finally got the first miracle outfit after endless grinding. I know this game is like full of grinding. If you don't like grinding, it feels like it takes forever to get things done, and especially if you're listening to the lore. I'm sorry, I don't like listening to lore. So if you know what the story of the game is, you probably know more about the game than I do. I'm the type of person who, like, I'll play this game and I'll just be like, so yeah, I had fun, and I'll sit here for like till 2 a.m. in the morning playing this game and be like, what was the story again? You don't read? Oh my god, a fellow non-reader, thank you. Oh my goodness. Yes, I should have asked when I joined you, but what even is this game? That's a very good question. So what I do remember about the game when I first started playing the game is that... Okay, so how much of the lore do you want to get into Nikki, actually? That's a good question. Because I played some of the old dress-up games back in the day of the mobile game. Any tutorial or anything, it pains my chat. 2 a.m. So, Infinity Nikki is a Chinese open world game where it focuses on a girl named Nikki and her cat Momo. Who is that creature right there? So the original game was a mobile dress-up game that I have actually wailed on back when I first played this game. I'm not gonna lie, I spent a lot of money on the game. back in the day when I was employed. And not unemployed because I went back to school. But for starters, I have absolutely no clue what it is, period. So it's basically so for the Spark Notes as that this is a Chinese dress-up game. So the game series itself is so popular to the point where they have like decided to make their own open world game, and this is Infinity Nikki. So this is so this is Chinese too. Yeah, this is a Chinese game. If you listen carefully, I put it actually on the Chinese voice acting because I want to I like playing games with their original audio that they or language that they intended to have the game. I have no problems with people playing it in English or whatever language that they choose to play it in. That's just me personally. With this game being a dress-up game, like they had to stick with it being a dress-up game, obviously, right? So how are they going to make that an open world game? Well, they basically added a lot more. Well, there was already plot in the game, but let me see. Let's see if I. Oh, okay. I see where this is going. Go. Ha. Fall. Fuck! Oh my goodness. Why wouldn't it all fall? Hit. Qua. All hit. There we go. I know a lot of English people play in Japanese. Well, yeah, like that kind of happens. Like that happened for like Genshin Impact, I think. Also for I want to say for Wuwa as well, because Wuwa is also a Chinese game. Oh, that scared me. No! Just like how Hoyo gamers do all the time. Yeah. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to listen to Japanese audio if that's, I guess, your preference. I just have the personal Fuck! I just have the personal preference to listen in various different languages personally, because I like listening how the game was intended to be played. And I think it's also because, like, as someone who wants to become a voice actress, I think it's good to kind of like hear like how other people intended the roles to be played, because everyone has a different interpretation of the character at the end of the day. So hearing how one actor wanted to present the character is really fascinating to me personally. I know that's not for everybody. Yes. So yeah, but yeah, the Nikki dress-up Nikki game in itself is just extremely popular, which is why when they did the open world, they made it more darker and edgy. So, I think the lore of this game is you basically get isekai'd into this world with your cat for some reason. And now you're trying to solve everybody's problems by being fashionable. And that's what I can remember. If that's actually... I'm pretty sure if I ask my boss, we'll just say... I like calling her my boss. If I ask my boss, like, what the actual, like, lore of the game was, she would probably tell me. But she'll also be like, Munii, why aren't you, like, listening to what all the people are saying or reading any of the stories or the plot lines? And I'm going to be like, because I'm lazy and I can just ask you what it's about. Style point saves lives. Exactly. Fashion saves lives. But yeah, here's a voice acting for
单品灵是浸染了愿望的衣服变成的，那会是些什么样的愿望呢？愿望啊，早就不记得了。我是太老了，我在做饭的时候也会戴袖套，所以
sometimes like generally the reason why I also put it in like the original language is because I like it. When I do feel like I want to be immersed in the series, I actually like just playing it that way too. Random person, save my son from a burning building. Me spamming the button skip. I know. I'm sorry, chat. I know you could probably be like, wow, that was a very meaningful and moving scene, Munii. And then you see me in the background going like, skip. That's why I like playing Wuwa actually a lot, because Wuwa, I think because they noticed that there's a lot of people who just want to at least have the option to like skip all that stuff. They can, and that's why I like playing Wuwa for a while, and then I stopped playing Wuwa because I kind of I don't know, I kind of go through games like in phases. Like I'll have like a lot of like interest until I lose, what's it called? Like I lose, I don't know, what's worth it? Me after like there's a file so my favorite character, no. No, like I think like for me, like there's reasons why I get lost in a world, and it's because I didn't really think about like what I need to do in the game. I'll be like, oh, why can't I do certain stuff? Then I have to read things all over again because, you know, it would have saved me time if I just watched the scene. But I don't know, like I understand why it can be really frustrating watching me as a player play these kind of games, because it's just like you're supposed to get invested in the story and love everybody, and why are they a precious being? And I'm like, well, I just want to whack things really hard and get good at the game. That was me in Monster Hunter. Literally, me in Monster Hunter was just like, Nata, quiet you. It's time for me to hunt the monsters to make prettier outfits, because that game was also a dress-up game. What? You guys thought that that Monster Hunter was a game about hunting things? No, it's all about the hunt, baby. It's all about the bonks. The simple power of bonk. Hello, Bolt. Welcome in. Oh, hell yes, exactly. The reason why I'm not playing Monster Hunter, though, is mostly because, again, my sweet capybara. I play a lot with Bard, and when he's not available, I kind of feel like, oh, it's so lonely to play Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's meant to be played with friends, you know? That's why the only thing I agreed to go on with the twin. Oh, okay. Favorite monster, Kezu. Next question. Second monster in line, Rompopopolololo. There's a theme with them. I got Infinity Nikki on iPhone and haven't touched it in months. I know. I'm the type of person where it comes in waves, right? Like some days I'm just like, wow, I really want to play a lot of like Wuwa, and then there's other days where I'm just like, oh, I don't care for Wuwa. I'm just gonna play a lot of what's it called? I'm gonna play a lot of what? I already lost track that bird. This is facts. With the bird. That damn bird. The rumpololololo. Why can't I exit? Let me leave. Let me leave, game. They did freak out. Oh my goodness. I'm pressing the circle button. It's not letting me go. What's happening? Maybe if I unplug. Fine Son freaking said it. Monster Hunter is not a game you can really watch. You have to get more feeling playing the game. Yeah. It's the game that I... okay, I have to Control Alt Delete this game. One sec. Have to reopen it. No amount of sword and shield my orders can stir the annoying crap. I mean, I am... Okay, can anybody who hasn't watched me play Monster Hunter guess what Monster Hunter weapon I use? My main weapon. I'm wondering if people can guess what I mean. There's a reason why I like the Kazoo and I like the Rompolololos. Oh, longsword. No, I don't. I actually don't know how to use longsword very well. I've tried very hard and I could never figure it out. Nope, the stream just appeared on my stream. Perhaps even bow. No, actually that's my Dia Capybara's. That's his weapon of choice. I am an insect wave user. I like jumping around and whacking things. The game is starting a bit. Yeah, this game, even though I updated my graphics card, or basically got a new PC, like it takes a while to load and like load everything in. Yeah, we're about jumping here. But yeah, the reason why I like... Okay, this might ruin the bird even more for you. But does anyone else think that the Ropolololo looks like a certain male appendage that would it be an appendage? Is that what it's called? I think it looks like a sack of some sort. There we go. That's just my opinion. Just Simonte. I was a stick bug in world and now Monster Hunter 4, but sadly not now. Wait. I mean, if you get a Sagi and exactly! See? Bolt knows what I'm talking about. I have ruined that monster for many people. I have thought of Kazoo. Kazoo's also the reason why there's a reason why I like Kazoo too, because I think it's pretty funny. I like the funny monsters, we'll just say. But when I was playing it, I'm just like, why does it look like a boss? Why does it look like it has multiple saggy balls, we'll just say. And Bar was like, why are you saying these things, Moody? And I'm like, because it does. If they didn't want it to look like one, they shouldn't have made it look like one. The bird I hate, the one, that's the bird I hate, but the one you like is the eel one, yes. Well, I like Bert the bird and the eel, we'll just say. The eel, the stretchy eel. Nah, a buddy did first. I am forever scarred. Yeah. I ruined it for a lot of my friends too, because they're just like, no, I didn't want to imagine that, Mooney. Now that's all I can think of. I'm glad there are other cultured people out there in the world who also could see that's what it looked like. Because I'm not crazy. Because everyone was just like, Mooney, you're crazy for thinking it looks like that, and you have issues. And I'm like, no, I swear I'm not the only one in the world. No, wait, darn, I can't remember it. Though in terms of aesthetics, I do like the... What was it called? Like the spider? The rose spider? Like, I think, like, they're, like, quite pretty, aesthetically speaking. But I feel like a lot of people really like that monster, despite it being a spider. Quite unfortunate if you are, have arachnophobia. What was this supposed to do? Oh, play the violinist outfit. Right. Oh shit! Rhythm games. La Barina? Yeah, La Barina. I have to find new injuries. Let me see. I always call it the scream penis, and then I am told to find new ways to introduce it every time I bring it up. Oh, I see. La Barina's deepest are actually freaking busted. It's nimble and well, like a ballerina. Yes. I do think it's very pretty. I'm not super into like bugs. But okay, what am I supposed to... Oh. Look up, Munii. Maybe you'll find out what you're supposed to be doing. So what am I supposed to do? Oh, lower. Oh, what the? Oh, okay. Observation. Oh shit. Observation's very good with me. One sec. Me. Do. T. And so. Ah, yes, music to your ears, chat. Okay. Is nimble like a ballerina? Okay, just Google asks. Google's air sign. Roll is derpy. The sound of nails under the chalkboard. What are you talking about? This is totally like listening to a child practice their instruments so naturally. Did you know that I used to play the flute? Terribly. But yes, we have serenaded the cat. That's not how well I played it. Well, sadly I must sleep, but I will be sure to say hi again. No worries, Lord Greyhound. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. And have a wonderful sleep. Stay happy and stay kindred. You too.
他说自己是一只领结花猫的衣服。从前有个音乐家收养了它的主人领结花猫，还给领结花猫以及它
Coffee, gotta sit down.
各做了一件小衣服。哦，原来是这样。
You okay,
羊
buddy?
品灵们因为听不懂他的话，
I know you don't want to be on my
一直都
lap.
听
You
不到这段故
wanna
事。
be on the ground, but you scream too much, my son.
小豆子的与众不同，恰恰是因为一个温暖的开始啊。
You scream too much? Yeah. Yeah.
等我加入了志愿兵团，
喵喵喵喵，我问他有没有见，他想提醒秀豆。谢谢小豆子。喵喵。
But yeah, Monster Hunter. I do kind of want to go back to playing streaming a bit of Monster Hunter again, but like that, we're really kind of just taking a break from it because we've been playing it, I think, like continuously for a month, and I kind of do feel bad about all the JRPGs that we've kind of like, or rather all the RPGs games that like we put on the back burner because we were like heavy into like the Monster Hunter, and even before then we were playing a lot of Marvel Rivals too. By the way, if you can get into a VTuber company or as an editor or something, rather the dirt for a couple years before boom, Russell Bros. I think I would want to avoid getting sued though, Candy, because a lot of those companies, at least the bigger companies, a lot of them have NDAs, and even if I were to be a whistleblower, even for like, we'll just say for like non-nefarious reasons, I don't think I would worry that some of them would try to attempt to sue for breaching NDA, because there's a difference between for talking about discussing certain malpractices, we'll just say, if that's the word to use for it. I don't think it is. But but also like some companies, especially the more vengeful ones, will sue you for or attempt to sue for defamation and or breaking of contract. Just I know that you're kidding for the most part, Candy. Oh shit. But I don't know, like I'm kind of the type of person who's also kind of like, you know, don't join a VTuber company if you're not prepared to. If you are going in with the idea that if you are already distrustful of corpo life and or are not prepared to work the responsibilities that may be required of you when becoming a company VTuber, because when it comes to becoming like and I'm not saying that like I'm in line for any company in particular, right? Obviously, but I will say that it's not easy running a company. For the most part, mostly because like you have to. There's a lot of things you have to do and say to please like people that may or may not be easily pleased, right? And so I have a lot of respect for people who do try their best to earnestly start a VTuber company if they're trying to do it ethically. I think the key word is like if you're trying to do it ethically, I have like some respect for you. If you're trying to, it's like similar for streaming. If you're trying to go into VTubing for money, you're gonna have a bad time because VTubing doesn't make a lot of money. At the heart of it, like we can say that with streaming in general, but like a lot of people like trying to make VTuber I've noticed like at least an influx of people trying to make like VTuber companies, but not really thinking about how much money is required to keep them functional. And sometimes it's hard. It's like a lot of money because the the finances you have to think about when opening a VTuber company, based on like what I think as someone who has some interest, not necessarily in opening a VTuber company myself, but just as someone who has a like kind of like some level of business sense. You have to think about what kind of company do you want to be? Do you want to be a company that has that tries to appeal to the biggest mass possible, so you don't really care if you don't really mind if some of your talent may not be the most we'll just say considerate people, because it doesn't matter, they get the views, right, at the end of the day. Or do you want to be a company that is like, you know, socially responsible and tries to be aware of and sensitive to certain topics and tries to be as inclusive as possible? It's really difficult. But I thought everyone of VTuber groups are backstabbers that belong to one many clicks. I mean, in a sense, like VTuber groups are like that a lot, aren't they? Right? Like, I personally don't, so there's another thing called VTuber groups, right? And VTuber groups aren't inherently a bad thing either. However, for me personally, I don't really understand the idea of having making VTuber groups out of people whom you do not know very well.
I think if you want to make a VTuber company, it you have to be professional about it at the very end of the day. You can't just like enter a VTuber company with the expectations of everyone's going to be friends. At the end of the day, you are trying to be a professional about it because it's a job. That's what going into a corporation's for. Now, if you're going to a VTuber group, it's more of like a gathering of people, we'll just say, to even just see if to have kind of like a set of people and we're all affiliated with each other, and whether or not you're friends with everybody is up for debate, but you at least pretend you're friends with everybody because you want to put on like that you want to put on the appearance of a united front. It's kind of like the whole like, you know, it's because like people want to be a part of something, regardless if it's good or oh shit. Okay, that's what I get. Okay, so how do I describe it? VTuber companies are, in my opinion, are meant for people who want to take streaming seriously to the point where this is a career and they have to be professional, right? Like that's how I feel about what VTuber companies were supposed to be. Do they have fun at their job? Of course, right? You can always have fun with your job, but it's not always the most professional thing to do. Now, it's very different from a VTuber group. A VTuber group is like a gathering of people who are kind of more on the hobbyist side. They're not really focused too much. Of course, they want to make bigger numbers, but they're more about like, it's more casual. It's more of a hobby thing, right? An association thing, right? You're not really concerned too much about being professional because it's just for fun. Now, if you're the type who wants to do streaming for fun, don't join a corporation unless like you really want to just like I guess advance your career when it comes to streaming. And that can you can be like a hobby streamer and then be like, hey, I really like doing this, I want to do this as a career, and then see if you can like audition for a company, right? I am not particularly it's the same as normal jobs. You could do a job, but you get along with people. That's upside down. Yeah, must be rough being an introvert in those settings. Yeah, it definitely is. Like there's plus and minuses to being in a corporation versus being in a group. In a group, personally for me, I don't really understand the idea of making a VTuber group but making other people audition to join said group, because for me personally, it kind of feels like half of the time it's like you're auditioning to be part of my friend group, right? A lot of what being in a VTuber group used to be, at least in my perspective, is like you're gathering your friends together and we're being like, hey, we're doing all these fun things together, so that's why we're making a group. So like, you know, we can share we can put the wealth together and kind of like share it that way, right? The problem is that with a lot of, I think, VTubers and streamers kind of being very on the introverted side, and this is not like a bad thing against them, right? But because a lot of them are introverts, finding that group of friends to do streaming together can sometimes be very difficult, and which is why they decide to have these auditions to hopefully, you know, kind of like make them more, I'm not sure how to describe it, like have more people recognize them, I guess. Like it's kind of like a cheerleader effect, in my opinion. Personally, I don't like it. I have always thought about if I did do a group of some sort, I would, what I would do is I would probably ask friends to join it, to make a group together, right? You know, that's just kind of like how I would do things personally. I know that like but I'm also the type of person who didn't particularly agree with people doing the whole like, hey, if you're a VTuber and you're looking for friends, then like let's like let's be friends. Because I'm like, that doesn't seem very genuine to me. Like, I'm also very socially awkward, but, I don't know, like, making a post on Twitter to be like, hey guys, I struggle making friends. This is a post to, like, make more friends. I'm like, okay, but I've always just been the type of person who's like, you need genuine connection with people in order for friendships to actually be formed. I mean, that's why I'm friends with a lot of my own streamer friends. Like, you know, I'm friends with Candy, I'm friends with Kate, I'm friends with Cell, and it's not because like I made a post on Twitter saying, hey guys, I'm like looking for friends. It's because, like, you know, I've talked with them. I've built a connection with them, right? And that sometimes is really hard to, like, reach out to people because not everybody wants to be friends. I totally get that, but I think making kind of like postings about being like, hey, does anybody want to be my friend has always been a little strange to me because I always feel that it's really hard for that to get past being like very face value type of thing. Like, it's like, if you want to make friends, you have to make an effort, I think. That's just kind of what it comes down to. Oh no, I deleted Twitter and Elon went off the deep end. Yeah, Elon has gone off the deep end, I think, for a lot of people. Or in a lot of people's perspectives, at least. It's because I still find it funny, though. Because there was a one time, because I was bitter as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. Where I did consider if I ever had the money, I would buy a Tesla because my ex wanted a Tesla, and I wanted to be like, huh, well, like, I got the car that he's always wanted. That was back when I was really petty. I mean, I'm still really petty. But I'm now, like, you know, kind of like, no, I will never get a Tesla. Not because, does he necessarily went crazy. It's just for a variety of reasons. I think it's overpriced of a car. Like, even back then, I already was kind of like, if I was going to get, like, a electric car, I was going to look at my other options because, you know, Teslas are not the end-all to be-all of an electric car, personally. I think that there are other options that we can look into. Yeah. Tesla's lagging behind Chinese brands too. Yeah, I did see that. Like, there's a lot of, like, really cool, like, Chinese electric cars. Like, and, like, the thing is that, granted, this is where the tariffs come in, right? The tariffs are so high that even if you wanted to, like, get them, then it's, like, it's really hard to, get those cars. But I do think that, like, it's really cool what some of the things that they have made and invented. Oh, I thought it was a fish. Whoops. Wow, I'm so observant. Ah, shit! I know that, Bart actually was looking at Chinese branded, smart cars. Unfortunately, we can't get them here, but if we could, I think we would, honestly. Because, man, the technology in those cars is amazing. I don't know, I don't particularly have a dream car, but, like, it's really neat. Like the Western traffic, Japanese cars are some decades ago, yeah. I know that some people are just like, well, why don't, like, Japanese or Chinese people buy our cars? Why are we always buying their cars? And it's like, well, it's because their roads, like, especially in we'll just say, like, Japan, because I don't really know how the roads are in China, but I do know that the roads in Japan can be very narrow, and same with Korea, right? So you have to have, like, a very specific style of car. You can't just, like, import American trucks into, like, into Korea or into Japan. Like, they have to fit a certain size regardless if it's roads or if it's like just like the just overall space, like you can have when driving them, right? Like you can't have wide cars in Japan because there's just genuinely no space. So like from a practicality standpoint, are you really going to buy an American maker where they're not really thinking where I find that a lot of American cars like do typically go for a more wider and longer aesthetic versus like a Japanese or Korean car, which can be a lot thinner in certain aspects because they're more compact. Granted, not a lot of people like having compact cars because it can also be very cramped, right? Like there's plus and minuses to both when it comes to cars. Though again, you think with me discussing all these cars, you think I really care about cars. In reality, I'm kind of like, does it drive good, and do I have to spend a lot of money on gas? When it's but yeah, I do find that like a lot of like in recent years, I do think that China has proven itself to honestly like really get ahead of the game in terms of technology. Bart and I were talking about it the other day, how if any country were to make a Gundam, we are pretty sure China would be like one of the countries that would actually try to make a actual Gundam should they actually exist one of these days. Mostly because like we genuinely think like technology is a little bit there, and also we also feel like some Chinese people are kind of like batshit crazy enough to try to make a Gundam. That's just our opinion. I do think there are going to be some Americans out there trying to make it, but I don't think they have as strong. I don't think there's as strong as technology in America, like similar to Maple Land though. Maple Land does not have the technology to build a Gundam. I remember it's a loophole in American law too that kickstarted the large car obsession. It made to help small business run large cars at cheap price for something like, oh no, not the Gundam and war crimes. I'm not saying that they'll necessarily be used for war crimes, Candy. I'm just saying that there are people out there who want to make something that's really cool, whether it's dangerous or not, and whether or not it may endanger people. People just want to make stuff, even if it's dangerous, potentially. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Oh, look at all those blue. But Gundam anime hits all war crimes imaginable. Yeah. The innocence of a child and war crimes destroyed. Who would have thought that Gundam would make everyone think about the loss of innocence in a child? Just wanted to touch that real quick. I'm guessing you wouldn't want a Gundam, Candy. I think Bard is also the same. Bard would not want to have a Gundam, like a real Gundam. Even though he is a big Gundam fan. Where am I supposed to go?
东哥，你来了，我叫暖。他看愿望速成，老爹最近在改造猎场。
Man, aren't you guys tired of me talking?
很显然，虽然是，但生活中像是，你一下子给自己找了2个。
I am taking a break from karaoke because of allergies, so using the time to finish my Witch and Mercury Protect Gundam model. Oh,
快想想，
nice.
我知道了，愿望
Bart
是
really likes
卖
that one.
也就是
Have you watched the
能干
recent
在这
Gundam
起
though?
事
I
件
think
的
they have a
只
new
能是
female
先知
protagonist.
你们有从来人类不知道。
I haven't really watched any
我不跟娃娃
Gundams
突然冲了出来。
lately. Like I think again, the only ones I've really watched was Seed and Wing.
希望这些伤口能
And
帮上忙。
I recently discovered that it was its Wing's
我有
30th
处理伤口开始
anniversary coming
但
up.
还缺少保心源，我得做一
I
些准备
heard
工作。
I don't watch
等
stuff
到夜
often.
花
We'll
后
see.
我就可以帮
I don't watch stuff that much myself either. I noticed like I only really watch anime with Bard nowadays, and even then it's kind of like few in between. Mostly because like usually when we're doing stuff, we listen to things in English. So just because of like a pure like simplicity of things, like it's not because like we don't want to watch anime. It's just that it's not like Bard used to have Anime Watch Club we joke about, where it was Anime Watch Club where it was Anime Watch Club's like priority to kind of like keep up with all the latest animes. And for Bard and Bard especially, he's noticed that I don't really care too much for anime nowadays. I heard I don't watch stuff often. Oh, sorry, I just misreading that one. I think that like I would like to watch Witcher and Mercury one of these days. Like or get around to it at least, because I have heard that's a really good one. All things considered. Even though Bandai refuses to acknowledge the lesbians and that they got married. But like yeah, I think like the last anime I watched that I really genuinely enjoyed, like I really love Delicious in Dungeon. Like that was such a good series. Like the English cast was fantastic as well. I liked it more than Frieren, I would have to say. Because I know a lot of people prefer Frieren. I just prefer Delicious in Dungeons, and they both came around the same time. So it was kind of interesting to kind of have that compare and contrast between the two series, because like they had like similar kind of like they had similar elements to it, didn't it? First half of which is just shoujo anime where they go to school. Okay. Trying to think. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, okay, I see what you throwing down, game. Okay, let's see now. Oh, I see how it is, game. Yeah, that's right. I got it. Yeah, so good at this game. Hi, Pig! They didn't show them with wedding rings at the end. Yes, they did. But I think, like, the Bandai, like, famously wants to pretend that there were no lesbians in their Mercury anime. But you can't stop the lesbians. Even though the original, the writer was just like, no, they're married. It's if I remember correctly. I think like Bard had a better way of phrasing it. But how are you? How are you, Pig? My nose is itchy. Where do I go? Trying to think. Oh. Can't touch it from there. Blah. Trying to think where else to go. Let's see. Where's the star? Nice. I'm still kind of getting over my cold, by the way, in case anyone's curious. Trying to think where to go. Oofs. Oofies. Let's see. Blah. After this, I gotta brush my dog's teeth too. So much things to do. I was supposed to give Coffee a bath today, but I don't think that he wants a bath at like 10 p.m. Or maybe he does. I don't think he should go to sleep like wet though. Maybe I should just like take a bath with him. That might save me some time. Can I thread the needle? Ooh, I did it! I did it, chat! Ooh. Oh. Ah. Was that good or bad? Oh, I did it. Okay. I always really like it when I do the clear and like perfect clear. find the path. Oh shit! I don't know. I don't know. Where am I supposed to go? Is there like a way around? No. How do I get up that one? Am I looking the wrong way? Oh, I am looking the wrong way. Okay, I'm just dumb. You know, sometimes I'm just really slow, chat. Okay, there we go. Yes. Ah, I did it. I did it! I did it, chat. This game looks like extremely glider. Yeah, like some of it, like the puzzles are always very different. Because it's like challenges at the end, right? It's always like whenever the puzzles are really hard, I get really frustrated because I'm like, because they're like, it's like kind of like because I can see the solution, I'm just really bad at the skill portion sometimes. Oh, I kind of want to go back to it, but, yeah, I'm kind of, going back to, like, the topic that I kind of forgot to go back to. When it comes to, joining, like, a VTuber corporation versus, like, joining, like, a group, at the end of the day, just, you know, it's, like, your own discretion, right? Like, there's no right or wrong way to stream. You don't necessarily need to have a company to become more successful at streaming. It's very good for people who want to learn how to do it more professionally, especially if the company is very good at leading their talents and showing them like strategies that can actually be helpful in their development. But when it comes to, and groups can also be the same too in the sense, right? Like groups can be really helpful in terms of like, you know, being introduced to like, getting introduced to people who would otherwise maybe not find your content. There's always going to be risks though, because like you might end up having like a popularity contest between you and your friends, right? So it can be challenging sometimes. So whenever you enter like any sort of group kind of situation, you just have to like really evaluate what you want as a content creator at the end of the day, right? Don't just join things if you don't really have like a vision for what you want to do, like career wise, I guess. Like if you want to do streaming like more professionally, then yeah, 100% go try for those VTuber companies, because like why not, right? Like a job's a job at the end of the day. Also do research on the company and see if you're willing to put up with certain things that the company may or may not be known for. Like ask questions. Like it's very important to ask questions. Do some research. Unlike me, who rarely does research because I'm very lazy. Well, research just in general, like regardless, like this is just a problem I have. I really bad at researching companies that I apply for, but you don't have to. Just gotta start with acquiring big industry / bigger share. That's all if you want to become like, I guess, like known for being a drama tuber, I guess, and that's something that I would want to avoid personally, despite me enjoying in finding the spicy what's it called, the spicy info. I try not to partake to the point where, you know, it's toxic, you know. I don't want to ever be a person who is the cause of said drama, you know. Because like it never feels good to be a part of that kind of culture or be the reason why it's happening. I'm sure no one wakes up and it's just like, oh yeah, I want to ruin people's day, but you know, it happens. And like, how do you, and I you know, there's some people that I really respect for, like, you know, their professionalism, which is why I like them. And sometimes it's like better that they're, because they work in a company, because they're mature enough. There's some sort of like level of maturity when it comes to working for a corporation, for sure. But again, it's all dependent on like what you want out, what do you want to get out of streaming at the end of the day. If you are the type of person who ultimately, like, what you want to get out of streaming is just to have fun, then it's better to stay independent and like just enjoy yourself. If you are someone who wants to learn more tools and how to be more successful in streaming in the sense of like making it a career, then yeah, maybe it is more advantageous for you to join a corporation and kind of get that information. Because sometimes not everybody inherently like knows how to stream more efficiently and effectively, I guess is would be the terms. I saw a video about a small DBD streamer getting partnered after becoming a victim to two very mean partner VTubers. Oh, that? So I think like that case is a bit different in the sense of like, they were a victim of it, but it's not like you really want to put yourself in a position, right? Like it's kind of one of those things. It's just like, did you get popular because people are taking pity on you in that sense? And even then, do you really want to experience potentially somewhat traumatizing situations? Like I know that you're joking, Candy, but like that's the unfortunate side of things, right? Like now, the negative side of things about getting into like being the victim of such a situation is that it doesn't really feel good, in my opinion, right? Because it feels nice that people are there supporting you, but it's not really because people are watching you because they genuinely like your content. It might be because they feel sorry for you. So then it's just like, oh, so number wise, yeah, I got a lot of followers out of it, but are they actually like watching me, right? Like just because you have big numbers doesn't really reflect it. It has maybe helped them like find more people that maybe more people have found them through that situation, but again, like, you know, when it comes to streaming, it's not always about numbers per se. It's about how you're able to retain those numbers. It's very complicated when it comes to being involved in controversy, we'll just say, right? Because no one wants to be involved in controversy, whether they're the victim or not. Because I do feel like the downsides of being a victim of, like, of bullying, we'll just say, is that sometimes you develop trauma from it, right? Because you're going to be anxious that, like, other people are going to, like, target you. And it could be targeting you for reasons such as, oh, hey, is my gaming not really that good? Or is it, like, or are people, like, targeting me for bullying because, like, their friends really don't like how, don't really appreciate the, how, I don't know, like, don't really appreciate how, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't really, like, they don't appreciate how how their friends got targeted. I don't know. Like, you know, stuff like that. Like, it can get complicated, and, like, it's not always, like, the easiest to deal with. Like, well, there goes my big VTuber streaming sniping project. I mean, like, you can, like, try sniping people that are really mean to people, I guess. I don't know. I guess because I'm, like, I'm very, like, controversy. I don't want to be involved in controversy. I definitely like dissecting it and, like, talking about it, probably, like, personally, and kind of, like, sharing my opinions on it. But, like, I would never want to be involved with. If I can help it, right? You can't always help it, right? Sometimes things happen for a reason. I want to avoid being involved with drama as much as possible, because, like, I don't think it feels good to be involved in that kind of stuff. I think ultimately, I think it can really suck emotionally for a lot of people, right? And maybe not, who would rather not experience it. But yeah, that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just an old soul, maybe. Yes, Coffee, what's up? Do you want to get into drama, Coffee? No? Are you sure? You could be a star. You could be a star. No, you don't care about it? Yeah. I don't know. Where is it? This one? Wait. I'm trying to figure out how to do this again. There we go. One of the partnered big VTuber in the incident hasn't been streaming since, so victim wins? Yes and no, right? Like, some people don't want to be the reason why someone quits streaming. It's really complicated. I'm sure that, like, they rather that, like, you know, they got what they deserve in a sense. Ultimately, right? But, like, I don't know. I guess for me, I'm very, like, guilt. I'm the type of person who feels guilt, like, a lot. So personally, for me, if it were me, I would just feel incredibly guilty that, like, that it kind of, like, had to end to that. Even if I am the person who who was wronged, a lot of the times, like, honestly, I always question whether or not what happened between me and somebody, and if it's justified that something bad happened to them. And it might sound really silly, right? Because why should I care if a jerk suffers for making me feel bad? Like, why should I care? I just do. I just feel really bad. Because I think, like, was there anything I could have done? Yeah, I feel bad for that VTuber too. And, like, no, I'm not saying that, like, the person who was the bully didn't deserve it to a certain extent. I just know that for me personally, even if someone has wronged me and has rightfully deserved to be so quote unquote canceled, I'm just the type of person who would feel bad. I do think that people do need to have, like, feel consequences for their actions. I'm just really bad at enforcing it, I guess, so to speak, right? I don't like, because even when, like, so remember how I, like, was really mad that people were not pulling their weight during my group projects? Even though I was so mad and was, like, starting to, like, feel like I was going crazy, like, I felt as though maybe, like, I started feeling, I would feel guilty afterwards, after, like, I, like, would be, like, confronting them, because I'd be like, oh, maybe I didn't try hard enough to get them to do XYZ, or, like, maybe I should have had more patience. But, like, ultimately, when you think about it logically, you're just like, why would you feel guilty for someone, like, not pulling their weight? Shit! Because, like, that doesn't make any sense, right? They're not pulling your weight, why should you feel bad for it? Well, I just do, right? Because I genuinely don't want people to feel bad or suffer because, like, because they didn't do something that they should have done, right? Like, I'm the type of person who likes seeing people succeed and helping people succeed, right? And, like, and stuff like that. But, like, there's also on the other side of things, I can't control how if people actually do their work. And this is just like my side tangent, right? I do feel that, like, you know, there should have been consequences for them not pulling their weight. Like, I didn't think that it was fair that they could get marked based on, like, what I contributed and not, and, like, that his excuse for, was that, oh, well, like, you know, I don't think they're going to get, like, certain things done in time. And I'm sitting there going, like, that's bullshit, because, like, if I could get it done in one evening, there's 3 of them, they can get it done themselves. But, you know, like, I'm kind of like, you know, so there are days where I sit there going, like, well, maybe if I was less quote unquote scary, they would have done something, right? But ultimately, it wasn't that. If no matter what I have done, they wouldn't have probably done it, in my opinion, or they wouldn't have done it. No matter what I have done, wouldn't have changed the fact that they were not pulling their weight. So, like, you know, there's different, like, sides and perspectives to everything, but in terms of that, but I know that, like, if even if they bullied me, I would feel guilty about the whole situation, because you always wonder if things could have ended differently in a more positive note, as opposed to, like, someone, like, ending a hobby that they might have really enjoyed, right? And I'm not saying that they didn't deserve it to a certain extent, because people should get consequences for their actions, but, right, I don't know. I'm just saying the same things over and over again. That's what kind of happens. That's why my brain's functioning right now. I don't know. I'm a bit odd when it comes to, like, people getting punished, I guess. I missed it because I didn't have the space. start again. There you go. Ah. Ah. Anyway, streaming's complicated. I don't know, I'm very, at the end of the day, when it comes to like streaming, I feel that I'm very lucky with, I'm very lucky where I am in terms of streaming and content creation, honestly. Even though, like, I may not be the biggest streamer out there, I know that I've gotten, like, a lot of positive things out of it. So, I guess for me, it kind of sucks for someone to really show their ugly side, to the point where, you know, that, that they can no longer enjoy a hobby because they chose to be mean. So it's kind of a, it's a shame that it had to come to this in a sense because they chose to be mean. People love watching crashing out. I mean, yeah, like, I'm sure a lot of you love it when I when I also like inevitably crash out at certain things. I think the only person that I'm not like super fond of, like when I see crash out, so to speak, as the kids would say, is when Bard crashes out. Cause like there's sometimes when it's funny, right? Sometimes it is funny to watch someone like crash out.
Hi, friends.
So to speak. Hello, llamas. How are you? You're up. It's quite late, I believe. But I think for me, I don't like it when like when Bard is so angry because now Bard has never thrown his anger at me in particular, so I'm never the target of his anger. But when Bard gets really angry, like gamer, like crash out angry, it can be a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. And Bard is the type who really gets very angry. But I think it's because like he's such a friendly guy that if he's getting angry, then I'm like, oh, he's like pissed, right? Crashed out equals rage, right? Bard's crashed out. You're at work? Oh, I see. Bard has crashed out. Not on stream though. Never on stream. Of all games, it was at Marvel Rivals. So that might give a little bit more context for people, because Marvel Rivals brings out the worst in everyone, right? But yeah, crash out is essentially like akin to like you're so angry that you go kind of crazy, like you're crashing. Like I guess that's what the lingo is. Of course, people can like correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong, right? I'm not really, like, you know, I'm one of those people who's like, oh, like, I've heard this term is used, but it's like, kind of one of those things where it's like a popular, what's it called, agave? Is that how it's pronounced? No, I'm probably wrong. It's a popular term that's used. And usually anything that's like, you know, popular slang is like from that. Not on stream, so maybe just regular angry. I mean, Bard is not an angry person. But like, just because you're not crashing out on stream doesn't mean that doesn't happen IRL. It happens IRL too. Oh my gosh, coffee, stop it. But yeah, when Bart gets angry, it's a little scary sometimes, because like I'm not used to seeing him angry, so I think that's what it really is. It's not that he himself is scary. And again, he would never target his anger at me, because Bart is just so sweet. Her bunking monsters is pretty good stress reliever. Yeah, I think like this was a long time ago, like before Monster Hunters came out. The only people who have like I think truly have seen like Bart get really angry is like his best friend. Or rather his like high school best friend, we'll just say. I very rarely see Bart angry, and when Marvel Rivals brought out that ugly side of Bart, it just did. But like again, it's not like Bart will get frustrated. Don't get me wrong, you can hear his frustration in his voice, but that's all he'll ever do. He'll just get frustrated and then he'll like, you know, it'll roll off his back eventually. I have heard Bart has gone on record to say that he when he was in his youth, he was more of an angry person, and he has since learned to like control it. But right, like I very rarely experience it, obviously, because like we're both at very different stages of our life as well. So yeah, Bart's not proud of his angry side. But yes, hello Amy. Coffee, you gotta settle down. How are you, Amy? I've been lurking since the start of the stream, but finally able to chat. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. And even hanging out with us all day. But no worries, Amy. I really appreciate it. Home care responsibilities. Yeah, you have to do your job. Just like me, who has to go do my job soon. I think this is where I'll... Oh no, let me get to that stuff. There. I'm thinking though, not performer. I'm wondering when's a good time to end off though. Maybe I should go on to that sea line over there. I want to be a magical warrior and collect clothes for fashion. I know, right? I can't believe I didn't see that. Yeah, we'll end off around here. I realized you can change avatars when you hold the umbrella. Yeah, we changed, like... I don't have that much clothes. But you know what? We'll end out the stream by, like, changing our outfit. How about that? This is the current outfit. I don't have any, like, you know, strong attachments to these outfits, so I can change it. Are we thinking like a dress, or are we thinking like a top and bottom? Like, what are we thinking, chat? I feel like it'd be so much easier if I could just like reset everything. Flight attendant outfit? Have you ever wanted to work as a flight attendant? I'm just trying to reset her to her base form. Okay, let's go. Hi, dragons. Been a while. Spandex acrobatics. I was offered to work as one. My aunt and her daughters all work at Korean Airlines. Shion, how are you, Shion? Thank you for the raid, Shion. We appreciate it. What were you streaming? Excellent. You know what's awkward? I should have took that as a sign to actually stop raids. Because I was about to end up my stream. Final Fantasy 14? I was dressing up as be a cutie patootie. Oh, it's going pretty good. Let me just do the quick shoutouts. Also, yeah, it's been a while. A whole bunch of shit happened. Guys, keep streaming? I do, but I also have work. Thanks, Candy. Excellent. VT. I'll do that one too. But yeah! Hello, you know, I did do my introduction earlier. I should have done that. But thank you, Ariel, for the raid. My name is Munii Shoda. I'm Space 100 from the stars. I may be a terrible shot, but guess what? I'm still gonna aim for your heart. And today we're streaming Infinity Nikki because I've been influenced by my very own boss and the content creator I'm editing for, Rin Taicho. Didn't happen last stream too. We forgot to say what raid. Yeah, I really should stop raids right now. Just gonna click it right now so we don't get any more raids. But we are ending off the stream. But we are gonna be changing my outfit because might as well change it while we're ending off the stream. But I hope that you had a really good and fun time playing Final Fantasy 14. But of course, if you are tired and you need to take some rest, feel free to just skedaddle. I'll try to keep your community entertained for just a moment. But if not, you can feel free to just hang out with us. I know it is getting very late for some people over on Shion's side of the world. Yeah. And Coffee's joining me. You can hear him maybe. Can people hear you, Coffee? Coffee's being very fussy because he's a Pomeranian. What can I do? Yeah? Are you fussy? Hey, mommy's fussy little man. Okay, so are we really doing the flight attendant look? Do we need to have like, is that our theme right now that we're going to aim for? What kind of flight attendant are we going to do? Because I feel that's very flight attendee. As one of the outfits, we can also... If you're curious what acrobatics, dance, or spandex look like, I'm not sure I have like some of the stuff to make it though, Candy. Coffee, stop. Oh, aerobic. Why did I say aerobatics? I don't think I have that enough. Like, I have to be able to like make it, Candy. Okay, let's go with the flight attendant. Let's see if I have a dress shirt. I kind of like that dress shirt could kind of work, but it's a bit too poofy. I think we have to go back to that dress. Like, this seems very flight attendant-y, you know? I don't think we need a top on top of it. That means we also need the stockings. The textures in this game, though, you know. I think we need. Coffee, stop it, please. I think we need to have like the blue. It looks like really ugly though. Ow. Bare leg? Ow! Coffee. Maybe ankle socks? No, we'll find the shoes first, maybe. This one might have the right color to it. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you all I'm going on the dragon. Me and my family are going through a whole bunch of paperwork, both legal and medical recently. Have been slapped with some new labels. Is the label you're now you're official? I don't know if it's like legal as in like citizenship level legal stuff, or if it's like, oh no, we have a lawsuit type of thing. I hope it's nothing really bad. They have like more triangle. There's no bows in this outfit, so this one's more floral. I feel like if you were a flight attendant, wearing these kind of heels would be a pain. I've been late diagnosed as autistic, as one may say. Office lady? They just need a scarf money. Honestly, that's a good outfit too. Late stage, autistic. Yeah, I'm not saying yeah, I see you as being autistic, but what I am gonna say is I think it's very common for people to be late diagnosed, because like we're discovering nowadays that it's very hard, like that not everybody's gonna show like very specific signs, you know. I look at those heels and just go, God, I would not at a convention. Do we want a short hair, kind of like flight attendant? I feel like they all have to have buns, right? Like they all have to have either buns or short hair. They're not supposed to have like their hair down, if I remember correctly. Oh wait, no, buns are military, I think. Any rainbow colored hair options? I don't think that's what flight attendants wear. For the most part, it's my family unpacking the bomb that is, I'm not normal, and I'm 100% not surprised even though it's supposed to be caught way earlier in my life. Yeah, I mean... It's complicated, right? Because no one wants to... Because especially with, like, the current, what's that, perspective? The current, I want to say, like, how people look at people who have autism. It's complicated, right? Because it's not ultimately a bad thing to be autistic, right? Because it's just part of who you are as a person. I think a hairstyle would be in line with the front desk or flight attendant. Maybe you are private jet flight attendant, so rules don't apply. I think long hair is a safety hazard, so they have to bun it. Yeah. Why are you up right now? And why are you here on my Infinity Nikki stream? Monster Hunter Wild background lurking? I see, I see. It's not because you were also, like, interested in playing the Infinity Nikki's. But yeah, when it comes to autism, the stigma is what I was looking for. The stigma against people with autism it's getting tough, especially with, like, the current climate of things going on. Because, like, there's, like, this idea that, like, oh, you're inherently a broken person or something like that. Does someone say Modhan? And, you know, there is nothing wrong with you as a person if you have, like, autism, right? It's just, you know, an additional thing that they just need to factor in when it comes to communication. And it can be very frustrating because you're, like, sitting there going, well, why don't you understand things? It's like, well, I'm sorry. If I could understand things, I would, right? It's, like, not something, like, you inherently, like, wanted this either. And it can be very complicated. But, you know, as long as, like, you know, it doesn't really... There's things that don't change, right? The things that don't change is that I'm sure that, like, you know, your family still cares about you, Dragon. And... you know, just wants what's best. Will it make things more challenging? Yeah, 100%. But it doesn't mean that you're any less of who you are as a person just because you have autism. I did play it day one, stopped after I had enough of my fill of interacting with my inner woman. I see, I see. Yeah, I've caught myself playing this till, like, 2 a.m. before. Like, I just, like, apparently, I've come back and forth between this game. Sometimes I'm, like, in the mood, sometimes I'm not. I've only just more recently become more, into playing this game because I've been editing for my practicum, content creator. And they play, like, they're one of the Infinity Nikki content creators, so I've been seeing a lot of Infinity Nikki, and now I'm kind of like, oh man, kind of want to play it too. Can you even see that? Oh, you can. Oh, this is kind of like a ribbon. Cuts off kind of weird. But we kind of needed, like, a scarf, right? And then we also, she should also wear gloves. Should it be like more like white gloves? I feel like I don't know, right? I would want her to have white stockings. I think that's the reason why I'm kind of like, if I don't really have white stockings. That's the problem I'm having right now. I guess like this is the best I could do. It was for a flight attendant. What about choker with spikes? I'm not sure like that looks professional. She's a big butt bow. Thinking like something like that. Think like something like that. Wait, for the makeup is also something you can farm? You can to a certain extent, right? Like, if I could pull, I would. This is probably... If I could pull right now, I would. But some of them will give you makeup drops. Most of the time I use the gacha makeup. I haven't gone to Infinity Nikki yet. If anything, I will say this. Definitely check out Rin Taicho. Because she basically shows you like she almost has I think every single item in the game, and she like styles her outfits like so well and everything. It's a very chill game. It's one of those games where like I just like where you kind of just get stuck in the game and you kind of just you like continue playing, and then it's like all of a sudden it's like 2 a.m. in the morning, like I said multiple times. Let's switch over to just chatting. But yeah, it was nice to kind of like do something different than my usual streams with Bart, where we kind of like either do Coffee. I just let you off my lap because like you finally wanted to get off my lap. I know you want freedom. But yeah, I usually like playing Monster Hunter with like Bart, and I know that like if I went on Monster Hunter, you guys would all join me if you could. Come here. But it's okay. It's Wednesday. Puppy. Pizza Possum is chill too. I feel like that's a 2-player game though, so I'm not sure how much I would enjoy that. Let's see. But yeah, I hope you guys don't mind me like playing Nikki Like, that's very different from what I usually stream. Let's see who's online. Let's go over here. Cause you know what else is a very comfy game, everybody? The game of Stardew Valley. So I hope that everyone has a good day, good morning, or good afternoon, and I will see you next time. Okay? Good night, everybody! Sorry it was abrupt.